my day, A-flat major is like giant enormous hug of a key, and really easy to play in too, right? That's a joke. Okay. You guys make it seem like it is, though. Bravo, bravo. I totally have intonation envy. Bravo. Beautiful stuff. There's something I find very, very touching about the way you guys play together. You really give constantly. To me, that's what it's all about. So I'm very moved by that. And if I think about it too much, I'm going to ruin my makeup. So I can't go there. But bravo, bravo. Because, yeah. I've got a lot of Bobby Brown, Little Lancome, and Mac. And all told, I'm sure there's almost like 60 cents worth of makeup on my face this morning. And if I start to cry, it's like I'm wasting money. So anyway, I can't do that. Can't go there. I am really impressed also how you are not just how you give to one another, but how you're rhythmically connected. I feel like, and you guys probably know this too, and I'm feeling it actually, and that's one thing that is a given this year. It's just a given that we're all connected and communicating to each other. It's like when you guys were playing, there was like, okay, you think I was weird before, this is gonna sound really weird. It's like, I think of it as like a magical elastic thread, and we're all connected. And depending on what we're trying to do with our music, that will change. Sometimes it's got a lot of play and give. Sometimes it draws us together, and we feel it. And I love that about what you guys are doing. It's really necessary in a piece as complicated as this. Maybe, I don't mean to just be sticking to my hand up because I like the fonts so much, but I find in Dvorak's music, not just this piece, but in general, there's the prevalent use of the extreme dynamic markings. So, of course, the spectacular pianissimo, but also like fortissimo, and then fortissimo again, and then fortissimo again, right? He'll keep doing that. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because, not so much because I didn't think those were amazing, because I thought they were. It's because some of the in-betweens, you have to pace in a slightly different way. For example, I talked about how Casal said of the dynamic marking piano, that it can range from pianissimo to fortissimo. It just depends on where it is in the music. So, but for an example, does everybody, oh boy, let me ask something. How many here, if I say the name Robert Mann, recognize that that's the founder of the Juilliard Quartet? Okay, good. Robert Mann is one of my heroes in life, and he was a founder of the Juilliard Quartet. If you don't know about him, you should learn about him. And as quartet players, you should go listen to every recording you can with Bobby Mann, okay? And hopefully somehow get yourselves a way to observe him teaching, because he's dynamic and challenging and wonderful. But Bobby Mann has said that he's a total agogics man. But he also feels that he likes the dynamic marking piano. And he said the reason he likes it is because everybody gets it wrong. That's the kind of guy he is. You're just kind of like, okay, that's kind of weird. But he said, for example, if you have piano at the beginning of a piece, that you should probably start it more full-voiced. Piano is Bobby Mann's obsession. I'm not kidding. I've seen him do classes in the last 5 years, and it's all he talks about. And he's like, and it's always the same with every group. So then believe me, you're in great company, because he's saying it to other terrific groups. And he's saying, all of your pianos are too soft. Okay. And it might be because, he's like 500 years old now. Maybe you can't hear them. I don't know. But I would say in general, when you have a dynamic marking that's piano in this movement in particular, you should probably be thinking of it as more of a creamy, warm sound. Does that make sense? Oh, wow. Did you see that? Could I do that again? I don't think so. Not without, needing surgery. So my having said that, the first time I marked it, I noticed... okay, look at measure, the piano, look you guys at measure 12. Now I think that's significant because it's immediately followed by a pianissimo, right? And I thought that maybe it got a little too soft before the pianissimo came. Now that's a tricky thing because you're also going from all 4 of you playing to just 2 of you playing, correct? But still, I think there needs to be something what the 2 of you do with your sound during that piano that doesn't give it away. That makes it still seem like it's got some nyum, nyum, nyum. And That's another tricky thing about Dvorak. He doesn't always set you up. He sets you up for failure sometimes, actually. I know. We can't talk about that. We're cellists. We have to love Dvorak. Actually, I do. I don't just love him because he wrote the greatest concerto for cello. I love him because I think he's the king of lonely. I don't think any composer does lonely like Dvorak. So he's totally on my desert island disc list. You know, I just take a lot of Dvorak. But he also does these things where he'll do stuff in the quartets especially, where he'll have you do a diminuendo where there's one voice playing and then all four of you play and it's pianissimo. You're like, Chaloha, that's really hard to do, okay? But he does it. Ravel does it too a little bit in his quartet. He doesn't do it in his later works. Anyhow, so my having said that, you guys take a look at your mezzo forte, right, and measure, what, 11? And I want you to think of that as being a very, I have confidence in mezzo forte, right? Okay. You know my reference for that? Do you know recognize that song? Anybody here recognize that song?
Sound of Music.
Thank you. Aloha. I have confidence, and on my little dynamic key. Mezzo forte equals confident. Okay. I see a little brighter and more confident, like you're about ready to get on a bus with your guitar and an ugly dress and go say a little Captain Von Trapp. Okay. That's the plot of it. Okay. All right. Then when you see that piano, think warm and still glowing, so that we've got somewhere to go. Do you mind just trying that for moi? That's French for would you mind trying that for me? How about, Poupon Trisket. Is 7 terrible? Mama said. Mama said. But only for kind of the first half of that first bar. So you kind of have to think, oh, you have to kind of feel like inside you're still singing confidently. Like Julie Andrews, ugly dress, holding guitar case. I'm assuming it's empty. You know, it's a movie. I have one other thing I want to share with you guys. How many of you guys in your coaching sessions do what's called expressive counting? Have you heard of that before? Anybody? Expressive counting? Okay. My quartet does a lot of this. We got it from the Cleveland Quartet guys, okay? And a little bit from the Juilliard dudes, but mostly from the Cleveland guys. So what you do is you actually count the numbers of the beats of the bar out loud. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seriously, okay? I know what you're thinking. The first time I did this in a coaching, I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I don't get it. But you want to say it in a way that you're almost counting it, not just like an actor, like a Shakespearean actor that kind of spits on the audience a little bit, but in a way that reflects the character of the music. Okay, so dudes, look at your part. I'm going to count right on the mezzo forte bar. Okay, oh, it's only really a bar. But check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 1. Did you like that? Do it with me. But notice how I tried to keep the 1, 2, 3, 4 with that confident support. Try that. Ready? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 1. And I didn't let it get too soft by the time I got to 6. It is a 1. I'm doing my dog. Man, you go. 6. It is a 1. And I should have done your rhythm. I actually count the composite rhythm, which means that I count the smallest subdivision. But I've been doing this for 30 years, so I don't expect you to do it. Just say the numbers so that I can hear the dynamics in it. Again. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. It is a 1. That's pianissimo, right? Let's keep going. And count even if you have rests. Count their part. Chaloha, course, you can cheat with me because you're a cellist. I mean, because I'm in the back with you guys, so you can see the score. Can we try the same thing? 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. It is a 1, 2, 3, a 4, 5, 6, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And then you're like, whoa, we're all good now. All right. Can you play it now, counting that way internally? I wonder if it'll change your confidential forte. Right on that bar. I know that you guys are like, I don't know, that sounded just the same, it was good before. Here's what I heard though, for me, I heard a different sort of bow control. Definitely. I felt like you were sustaining differently. And I think you guys, a lot of times, technical things will be easier if we can relate them to rhythmic aspects of that, what we're trying to prove. Now, I don't know about you, like, you tell me if I'm wrong, Graham, but I can't even like shift sometimes if I don't feel comfortable rhythmically. I mean, when we shift on the cello, right? Cellists, when a violinist shifts an octave, it's like that. Okay. When Itzhak Perlman does a whole bow, it's like this. Okay. And I get his hands to make you look very the whole bow. Okay, like this. Like, all right. But when a cello shifts an octave, it's like a foot. It's like, oh, right? You guys feel confident in your inner rhythm. But I'm actually, this may seem crazy, I feel like you'll be more confident with your piano and louder dynamics if you kind of count them in character like that. Now, it may seem a little cray-cray, but that's why I'm here today, because I'm sharing my very inspirational cray-cray with you. That's a little quiet, yes. Okay, all right, grant me the following. Let's count another place. Can you find me another mezzo piano? Right. Yes. A mezzo forte, I'll take that as well. Oh gosh, I love that spot. 32 rhymes with shoe and other words too. Okay. I love that spot. You do down, down, down. See, I didn't think I could love you more, now I do. I'm just saying, okay? Can we right on it? 1, 2, picture mom. Can we count it expressively together? You know, you guys, you have to do it too, kind of, with us, because it's, you know, we're doing it in front of you guys. Chiloha, did I leave the score somewhere? Oh, hi. So, sorry. I can say I'm sorry in many languages. Did I mention that? Okay. Doebuchi, Myunghae. I guess I could say Myunghae yo. That'd be like, I'm sorry respectfully in Korean. Excusez-moi, that's what we like, lo siento mucho. Okay, where's that sucker? Oh, there it is. All right. So you want to have confidence. Let's sit up straight. Everybody sit up straight. Everyone, sit up straight. Everyone, kind of pound your chest for a minute. Go like that. Everybody. Even you. Come on. That's right. Yeah. You're proud. Metto forte. You're confident. Okay? All right, we are going to count this way. Ready? Hi. There it is. 1. At number 1, shall we? Measure 32. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. It is a 3. It is a 4. Whoa, you rocking? Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, Grant, I just felt so validated. You did that in such a cool fashion. Made me feel like maybe I was cool. I know I'm not, but anyway, thank you. Can we do it again? From number 1. Having fun. 1 and 1 and 1. 1, 2, hit your mom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. It is a 3, it is a 4. Woohoo! Yeah, okay, cool. Now, can you play that again and count that way and lead yourself from that inner pulse? Love your playing, I love your bass line, but I feel like what you gave them when you went to the 3/4 that time was ginormous. It was ginormous. It was before it was very clear grand, but I felt that this time it even had more of like it was like an operatic character, and that's a good thing. It's very good. Okay, can we show the Chelsea a little love? Because we always should, right? Am I right? All right. Did you feel more confident too over there? Yeah, I think you did. I think you did. Have you ever done this before where you counted out loud? Not like
yesterday we did it.
Yay! Yay! Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. The first time that I had to do it in a coaching, I think it was actually on Debussy Quartet with Peter Solif, who I don't know if you know who he is, but you should know who he is. He was the second violinist of the Cleveland Quartet. And he had his count, and I was going like, 1, 2, 3. I really didn't get it. But then a week later, and we were in rehearsal, we would do this. We would try to count this as expressively as we felt the music. So we tried to say those numbers that expressively. And what was interesting, that it was an extra musical way for us to connect and sort of feel it. Now, I'm only proposing this to you guys because I feel there's such a sense of generosity and giving amongst you guys. Like, you all have each other's back. But sometimes with some of these dynamics, I'm just not sure if you're all clear how long you're going to sustain it before you drop, or how long you're going to sustain it before you build. Does that make sense? So that's why I want you to think about doing that. Do I have time to do one more thing? No.
Like 3 minutes.
Oh, poop, I'm just kidding, sorry. The other thing I was going to do was just say there's a lot of fortissimi in Dvorak in general, and this piece is no exception. Well, we discovered about 10 years ago, we were doing the piano quintet with Anton Nell. You guys even know Anton Nell?
Yeah.
Great pianist. This guy can play the last fugue from the Schumann piano quintet with his nose. Down, down, down. It's amazing, amazing. And it sounds beautiful too. But we discovered that with all these repeated fortissimi in Dvorak, sometimes it helps to play one a little bit more broadly. So like in other words, if you're trying to impart something that's big in music, you probably will make it broader rather than faster. And so I thought on some of these things where you have fortissimo and 2 bars later, fortissimo and then 2 bars, you might want to think about doing that with each one of those. So when you start that bar, maybe make it a little broader and then go back into tempo. We don't have to count that now with our lack of time. I want to thank you guys for your awesomeness and for trying